Okay, so we are playing a 1850 battle report. My friend here is practicing for Conquest Toronto, so we're going to do a weird 1850 point total, so I've upped my army a little bit. Necrons versus Chaos Demons. I've got two special characters, Nemesor Zahndrekh and Anrakyr the Traveler on his Barge of Failure there, the command barge. I'm facing a ton of these things. 3 of these soul grinders, a bunch of bloodthirsters, demon princes, all that stuff. What do I have? 5, this should actually be 5, this guy shouldn't be here. 5 destroyers, 3 of which are heavy, 2 spiders, 10 Lychguard, tricked out to the 9s, 7 Scarabs, some Immortals, and some warriors. And I'm not going to try to steal initiative, so turn 1, Dawn of War, my opponent's going to start teleporting in. Okay, so we are rounding up the top of turn 1 for demons. They teleported in. These guys teleported in over there, ran forward a couple inches. There is a bloodthirster over here, another bloodthirster over here, or like whatever they are, demon princes. They almost direct hit nicely. These guys sort of scattered back there when they came in. No mishaps though. Very close in a couple of them, but so be it. Fired in here, killed I think 3 warriors, but 2 of them returned. Fired in here, killed 4 immortals, and only 1 of them returned with the orbs. So that's already some bad dice there. And it is my turn. Back in a bit. Rounding up bottom of turn 1 for Necrons. Moved on over here, ran a few inches, moved back away from those guys. These guys just moved away from them, but they're going to get charged by these guys because they fly, so there's no way to avoid it. We fired into here, but caused only 1 wound, and he made a save. Over here, we flew on, tried to fire at that guy, but we couldn't roll high enough to see him for Dawn of War. These guys moved on and ran a bit, moved on and ran only 1 inch, unfortunately. And that was about it. Not a lot of action from the Necrons. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 2, pretty good turn for the demons. What happened? 4 of these guys wiped out, 2 of them reanimated though, so I brought the heavy destroyers back because that's all I care about there. Over here, the guy tried to blast into them, it drifted on these guys, and despite stealth, I lost 4 bases. So 4 of those were wiped out there. Some shooting over here. These guys came in, teleported in. 1 guy died from dangerous terrain. They flamed in here, killed 5, 3 returned. These guys teleported in with an icon, 1 guy died from dangerous terrain. Moved up a little bit. These 2 guys charged in. Mind Shackle Scarabs took command of one of the bloodthirsters and he hit himself for 1 damage. The other one killed 3 guys, and unfortunately I couldn't roll 8 or less, so my guys ran away and were cut down. That kind of sucked there. Over here these guys teleported in. I think 1 guy died from teleporting, and a couple guys moved up to the building. They ran up there. And that's it. So it's on to Necron turn 2. We got to respond to this. Okay, just a little mid-turn wrap up. These guys managed to charge into the Bloodthirster, so that's going to be a little combat starting over there, and we're going to wrap. Okay, so rounding up my bottom of turn 2. What happened? These guys charged in, just slaughtered that Bloodthirster. He managed to kill 1 guy, but they reanimated there. Over here, terrible shooting. 3 hits out of 10 shots. Only killed 1 of these guys, so he's going to cook another 3 or 4 guys probably. Over here, Tachyon Arrow, of course, hit, penetrated, and then rolled a 1. And then this guy ignores 1s and 2s, so he didn't even care. Awesomeness. Over here, what else happened? He commanded that guy, he took control of him, but we did no damage to the Bloodthirster before we charged in there. And that was it. I gave these guys Tank Hunters, and they managed to wreck that guy over there. We've just taken him away because there's nothing in the area, so... That was it, and on to turn 3. Okay, so rounding up this turn over here, this guy charged in here, managed to go after the Scarabs, so he slaughtered the Scarabs, then consolidated a few inches. These guys just moved over, ran a few inches here. That grinder decided to charge in there and try to assault me, but couldn't roll high enough for the assault because he's climbing over terrain, climbing over rocks, couldn't get in there. Shot came at these guys from that assault grinder, but scattered away. And that was about it. These guys just sort of shifted over there. So on to my turn. Okay, just a little mid-turn wrap-up. Lychguard is going after this Bloodthirster that killed the Scarabs, and I'll wrap up the turn in a little bit. Interesting combat. Okay, so Lychguard cleaved through the Bloodthirster, and they consolidated 6 inches, so towards those guys. These guys moved over here, finally gunned down that last guy. Spyders just sort of moving forward. One of them's down to 2 wins. They're just moving forward towards that stuff. These idiots over here fired with their Strength 9 guns, but just couldn't penetrate that guy. He flew over using the Command Barge sweep attack, and actually wrecked that guy. So that guy's wrecked now. You poked him in the butt. You poked him in the butt, and you hurt him. Okay, and we're on to turn 4, I think. Okay, so top of turn 4, what happened? These guys tried to teleport in here to nuke these guys, but they actually flew over here and instead ended up nuking 4 of these guys. However, 3 of them reanimated with 4+ reanimation. This guy charged in here. He was trying to go after Anrakyr, but he rolled so low that he just figured he'd go after and squash these guys. Put 1 wound on a Scarab. We did 2 glancing hits in return, but otherwise no big show over there. Those guys continued to move on that terrain. These guys moved up towards this objective. These guys over here chickened away from my Lychguard of Doom, and they're going towards these guys, and they came a little closer as well. So it's on to bottom of turn 4. I got to make something happen because I got to find somebody to contest that far objective, or at least contest everything else and own one, or else I'm just going to lose. So I got to make something happen. Okay, so big combat starting bottom of turn 4 wrap up. My Lychguard have finally reached these guys, and we're going to start a big combat. Not all of them are in there. My Nemesor is unfortunately out of combat. Probably a couple Lychguard are out of combat, but we're doing our best here. Rounding up bottom of turn 4. This combat definitely went in our favor. We chopped a bunch of these guys down. They killed only one because of my amazing invulnerable save rolling, but he stood back up actually. Man, these guys are just rocking this game. We stuck it out in combat, made a few armor saves, but there's still 2 full bases there. These guys helped fire in to soften them up before combat started. Over here, he got 2 wounds on my Spyders, so I've spread them out, and then my Spyders got 2 hits, but again, they just can't penetrate with a monstrous creature or extra dice, so they just suck this game. They just decided to suck. Over here, he went flat out, tried to use a sweep attack on those guys, but missed all 3 attacks. And those guys flew away, fired into here, managed to kill one of these guys because there was no other good targets despite having grossly overpriced guns there. Alright, okay, so wrapping up, coming up, top of turn 5. We didn't manage to kill the last guy. This guy's down to 1 wound. He made 2 of his saves, so he stuck us out in combat. I needed to be able to consolidate to go to there and try to contest. That is incredibly painful. What else happened? We keep getting hits on this guy. He killed 1 guy, but we just keep getting penetrations and rolling 1 or 2. Sucks. That sucks. Here's bullshit. Alright, and these guys over here didn't spend my turn. Now, they flew up over here, tried to glance me, but couldn't get any 4 pluses. And that was about it, so it's pretty brutal. Bottom turn 5, I don't think I'm going to be able to contest that. If I can clean all this stuff off somehow, then I'll be able to have an objective. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so wrapping up what happened this turn, these guys finally cleaved down that 1 guy, consolidated 6 inches. Man, I really would have liked this last turn, so I could be contesting that one. Over here, we just moved in and just got him close to that objective. Here, Anrakyr flew in from the Barge. The Barge is actually here with his bases. It's just two falling over. He popped out to assault in here, so he's tying up those guys. These guys here fired in there, couldn't get any kills though, and they're contesting. This guy finally cleaved through my Spider after fighting for so long. And if the game goes on, he's going to cleave those guys. And so right now it's actually 1-0 because I couldn't quite get to that objective. So we're going to see if the game ends. Who's got it? Jeff, you got it? Roll it up. 1 or 2, the game will end.
Come on! It's a 2!
And the game ends. Thank you for the game, man. Good game. Very good, close game.
I got by 1.
Yeah, I needed that to work. I can't believe that 1 guy survived.
It's only because I had like 5 2 2. It's kind of like...
Yeah, it was good. It was good. No, it was a good game.